not flee in fear at the cross. And he looks at Mary and he looks at John. And he stares at them both and he says, Mother, this is your son. John, this is your mother. And before he gives up his spirit, he makes sure that his mother is going to be taken care of. He loves her dearly. And also his brothers. James, incidentally, is one of the brothers of Jesus. He writes a letter towards the end of the Bible. If you're interested, it's a beautiful book. And we'll go through that. They've been going through that, I think, in the youth group even. But it's a beautiful book. But most theologians and biblical scholars say that his brothers did not believe that he was the Messiah, at least not right away. That they began to believe after he was risen. They're not in his discipleship. Like, they're not following him. They're coming to see him now, and they can't get through the crowds, which means they weren't part of the crowds to begin with. They showed up, and the crowd's there, and they're like, we want to see our brother. And he's saying, the ones who hear what I say and do what I say, those are my brothers. But in 1 Corinthians 15, you read that when Christ was resurrected, some of the first people he appeared to, at least by name, was James, his brother. And then he appeared to the 12 apostles. So he goes to his family. Mary was at the cross. His mother was at the cross. Mary Magdalene was also at the cross. And then he appears to James before he goes to his 12. And many theologians and biblical scholars say that's the moment of conversion for James. That's when he figured it out. My brother really is the Son of God. I'm the son of Joseph. And it transformed his life. So this isn't about disrespect. This is about him talking to the crowds around him. And by extension, you guys here right now today, hearing the gospel of Jesus Christ. And he is saying, if you will hear my words, if the seed falls on good soil, if you hear them and apply them to your lives and do what he is calling you to do, not out of your own strength, but out of your own faith, you're his family. He's inviting you into that. What an invitation. So we move on from that, and he gets into a boat. Verse 22, follow along with me here. It says, now it happened on a certain day. So don't know if it's the next day. Maybe he took a few days off. But it happened on a certain day that he got into a boat with his disciples. He's talking about the 12 apostles here. And he